helped.
That's far enough.
His thoughts invade your own, probing for purchase. Your parasite purrs in recognition.
Ah, one blessed like myself. What news, true soul? Right enough.
You'll find Z'rell in the audience chamber, true soul. She'll be wanting to hear from you.
If it's an audience she desires, an audience let us provide.
There can be no doubt. This is the place. This is where we'll discover the secret of the
Another
Absolute.
true soul. The disciple will want to see you through the main doors.
We are each of us threads in her design.
We did as we was told, General. Followed every order.
The facts suggest otherwise. You were ordered to retrieve the artifact. You failed to do so.
Us? No, it was Minfara. She got the orders. She...
Enough!
A blast of mental energy washes over you, filling the room. Your tadpole squirms, urging you to obey.
You failed to retrieve the artifact. You failed to protect your true soul. You do not deserve to live.
A new true soul come to share their wisdom?
We did as we were told. We're loyal to the Absolute. Tell him!
Silence!
True soul, you have seen these goblins at work, have you not? What say you?
See? What I tell ya? Praise the Absolute.
Faith without action is anemic, sickly, in a word, useless. We are too close to the ending and the new beginning. I can coddle failure no longer. Kill them, quickly.
What? No!
You creaking old bag of shit!
I'm so sorry, my lord. She's an unbeliever outside my control.
Try again. Dispose of the rest as you see fit. Or better yet, put that true soul to use. You have far more important matters to attend to. Or have you forgotten?
Of course not, my lord. Thank you. You heard the General. The goblins are yours. Deal with them however you wish. Do. Have fun. Here in the seat of the Absolute's power, your authority over them is complete. They will obey any command. Report to me upstairs when you're done.
Please! You gotta help me! For old time's sake! Oh, praise the Absolute! And praise her true soul!
Your merciful streak will be the death of us one day. Let's hope Zarel won't be too angry.
The seat of the Absolute's power, occupied by a general that cannot be killed. But his followers are flesh and blood. We must learn what fuels
From
his
this
power.
seat, Ketherick defied gods and raised an army for the Absolute. It is not particularly comfortable.
Not sure it suits you. That's probably a good thing.
General Thorm's prayers and preparations must not be disturbed. The rooftop is off limits to everyone.
Even you, Disciples Realm?
Everyone. Keep watch and ensure that nobody passes. Excellent timing, true soul. The goblins. Tell me how they suffered. No, better yet, show me.
Her mind enters yours abruptly, flickering across your memories in a blaze of excitement. She sees the goblins walking free, and a burning rage fans across your mind like wildfire.
Explain yourself. Very pragmatic, but very boring. Let's see if there's anything interesting in this brain of yours.
She parts the folds of your mind again, touching your wants and hopes, tasting them. Every emotion soaks into her mind's palate. But there is purpose to her exploration. She is searching for proof of your faith. There is a tremor of shared ecstasy as she finds a mirror to her own desire.
Perfect. You crave what all true souls should, to be touched by the Absolute. I have already been blessed to stand in her presence. It was bliss. She gave me everything I wanted. Why not? What's the point in power if you don't get to have a little fun every now and again? She gave me the power to cut the thread of life with a thought. But I can caress as well as cut. That's why you should stay on my good side. And the best way to do that is to serve General Thorm. I have a mission for you.
That's it. Play along. The closer you can get to the General, the closer you'll be to the answers you seek.
You feel her presence in your head again. She grips your mind, squeezing until your vision blurs with pain.
The Absolute's blessings have far greater value than any price you could name. Be wise. Obey. There is a relic that General Thorm requires. He sent his most trusted advisor, disciple Balthazar, to retrieve it. The relic is beneath the Thorm family mausoleum. That is where you will find Balthazar. But we have lost contact with him. Go there, aid Balthazar if you can, and bring the relic home. The shadows around the mausoleum are deep and hungry. You will need a moon lantern to survive them. Take one from Balthazar's chambers. But don't pry. The last person who snooped into his secrets lost their head. I believe he uses it as a chamber pot.
The necromancer was experimenting on the tadpoles. But they were already imbued with Nethery's magic. So where did that magic come from?
Carved into the bench's rotted surface are strange, half-faded sigils. A magic circle of some kind, thick with darkness and decay.
A ritual circle. And a complex one at that. I've seen such a construction before in the writings of the Weave Pasha Raven, though his vision was not so tainted. I'd advise against it, in your case, at least. No disrespect intended, but this is not your typical magic. It's been mostly drained, but even now contains a powerful dose of shadow weave. The discarded pixie corpses might still contain enough essence. With one of the broken lantern casements... Yes, I think I'll be able to craft one more lantern, and with a slight modification of the casting gesture, it might be able to wield the shadows instead of repelling them. Though, Mistress' eyes may be upon me. She'd forbid me dabbling with such magic. She'd want it destroyed. Wasted, arguably.
Forget what Mistra wants. Think about yourself, and what Lady Shah's power could do for you, Gale. Make the lantern. Spread her will.
Deal with it? How? I hate to pull rank, but I was once Mistress Chosen. Destroying magic like this was my bread and butter. Oh, Or did you wish to use it? I assure you, it's pointless. You'll have nothing more than a sore head and a very dissatisfied wizard to show for it.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
If Mistra were here, I don't think she'd be best pleased with me for doing that. She was always rather fond of pixies. Still, I'm sensing no signs of any divine retribution incoming. Not quite sure what to make of that. Certainly seems that way, doesn't it? And I suspect that suits her rather well for the time being. So long as I have her mission ahead of me, I suspect she'll not want to distract me with any undue moralizing. It may not be the most savory kind of magic, but it will taste sweet enough if it brings us to the heart of the Absolute in one piece. Quite the pair of legs you've got on you to make that kind of leap. No, Mistra wouldn't have issued an order like that if she was content for it to be ignored. She meant it. Perhaps so much so that she's willing to overlook transgressions like this. Now come, best keep moving. We have many more shadows to face before we reach the heart of the Absolute.
Can't keep me out.
This night song sounds like the source of Kethric's immortality.
An evocative name. More suited to poetry than the Absolute's perversions.
If we find it, we can use it against Thorn, perhaps.
First we need to find it. Something that valuable won't be sitting on a shelf somewhere.
Maybe I need more pockets.
The tower doesn't stink like an overstuffed cemetery. which means Balthazar hasn't returned. So why are you here instead of out there looking for him?
It is not your time yet, Blessed One. The rooftop chapel is reserved for the General's private contemplation, save for those he chooses to ascend.
This must be the place. We have to get inside.
You hear her word. That has brought you this far. But above, you will stand in her very presence. Such an honor requires more.
Her words are diplomatic, but her face betrays her true feelings. Utter contempt for you and all your kind.
Disciples' Rel has given you a chance to earn that honor.
Your tadpole grasps at nothing. She carries no parasite, but you've spent too long reading people not to see what's behind her eyes. Scorn, stark behind her mask of deference.
As you see, true soul, there is so much more for you to learn.
Not for communal uses. Let's keep your hands to yourself.
Whatever lies beyond the stars.
Araj Baldur, trader in all things occult. A very great pleasure to meet you, true soul. Should you be interested, I have a particular offer I'd like to make. Put plainly, I'd like your blood. A vial of true soul's blood, specifically. With one drop, I can brew a rather potent potion for you. The rest, I keep for myself. Research, naturally. We Ablodras are simply curious by nature. No idea, but it will be unique to you. We can learn exactly what that means together, Now, a truce, many hearts, one soul. Isn't that how the blessing goes? We are all one under the Absolute. Just a little prick and it's all over. Close your eyes. There we are. All of your very best traits in a bottle. Use it well. And truth be told, I heard tell of your coming before you arrived. Ketheric's dogs prowl far and wide round the tower. I know. Please, I have a proposal for him. I will reward you both. Hence, I must prepare myself for his arrival. Welcome back, true soul.